Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in the city of Ulm, which was then part of the German Empire. He grew up in a Jewish family that valued learning and independent thought, even though they were not deeply religious. As a child, Einstein was very quiet and spoke later than other children, which caused concern among adults around him. Many teachers believed he was slow or distracted, but in reality, he spent much of his time thinking deeply about the world around him. One of the most important moments of his childhood happened when his father showed him a small compass. The way the needle moved without being touched filled him with wonder and sparked a lifelong curiosity about invisible forces in nature. In school, Einstein struggled with strict rules and memorization-based learning, as he believed education should encourage imagination and critical thinking rather than obedience. Because of this attitude, he often clashed with his teachers, and some even told him he would never amount to anything. Despite these challenges, Einstein showed a strong love for mathematics and physics, subjects that allowed him to explore ideas freely. At the age of 16, Einstein left Germany and moved to Switzerland, where he continued his education. He later enrolled at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, where he focused on theoretical physics. Although he was brilliant in the subjects he loved, he was not a perfect student and sometimes skipped classes, choosing instead to study independently. After graduating, Einstein found it difficult to secure a university position and spent several years struggling financially. Eventually, he found a job as a clerk at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern, a position that seemed ordinary but played a crucial role in his intellectual development. The work at the Patent Office required careful reading and analysis of technical inventions, which sharpened his ability to think clearly and abstractly. During his free time, Einstein worked tirelessly on his own scientific ideas. In 1905, a year later known as his miracle year, he published 4 groundbreaking scientific papers that changed the course of modern physics. These papers addressed the nature of light, the behavior of atoms, and the relationship between space and time. One of them introduced the theory of special relativity, which challenged long-standing ideas about motion and time. Another paper explained the photoelectric effect, demonstrating that light could behave like particles, a discovery that later earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics. At first, many scientists were skeptical of Einstein's ideas because they seemed too radical and abstract. However, as experimental evidence accumulated, his theories gained acceptance and respect within the scientific community. Einstein continued his research and eventually developed the general theory of relativity, which provided a new understanding of gravity. This theory was confirmed in 1919 during a solar eclipse, when observations showed that light from distant stars was bent by the sun's gravity, exactly as Einstein had predicted. Following this confirmation, Einstein became famous around the world and was widely regarded as one of the greatest scientific minds in history. Despite his fame, he remained modest and often uncomfortable with public attention. Einstein used his growing influence to speak out for peace, international cooperation, and human rights, especially after witnessing the destruction caused by World War I. When the Nazi regime rose to power in Germany, Einstein, who was Jewish, faced serious danger and chose to leave Europe. He eventually settled in the United States, where he accepted a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. There, he continued his work in theoretical physics while enjoying a quieter academic life. During World War II, Einstein signed a letter warning the U.S. government about the potential development of atomic weapons by Nazi Germany, a decision he later deeply regretted. In his later years, Einstein searched for a unified theory to explain all forces of nature. He lived simply, caring little for wealth or luxury, and until his death on April 18, 1955, he remained dedicated to questioning the universe.